What's good, good people, and welcome to episode 12 of It's Just Not Adding Up. The gay, like, come on, yo, like, you could really get, like, man, you could be, man, what a waste of a man. What a waste of this, what a waste of that. It's like, okay, cool. I'm OBO, and over the years I've noticed gay is a scary word for a lot of people, which is wild because it's just gay. But don't worry, I've decided to be your gay coach. Everyone's talking about equality and love, but I don't know. It's just not adding up. So the question is, what role do hetero cisgender women play in gay equality? I think we see a lot of conversations centered around women perpetuating this hypermasculine narrative and who a man should be, right? Like this brute man. I've heard a lot of my female friends say things that they weren't necessarily homophobic, right?
Probably more September. That is spring, summer.
Okay.
September, spring, spring, summer.
But it was language that makes the box very small for straight men to be in, right? Like, I've heard things like, he has too many facial cleansers in his bathroom.
Done with that guy.
There's this like fear almost of being with a man who has once been with men, that it perpetuates in all these ways, I think as a mode for safety, right? Like to make sure you're protecting yourself. But the interesting part is on the flip side, you see women aping gay men in such a, what they believe to be a positive way, right? Your hairstylists, your choreographers, your fashion stylists, a lot of these people are gay men, you know what I mean? And you love them, you hang out with them, they're your best friends. You know, this culture says that like women and gay men are the things, but then you see those same women say things about their family members who can't be gay, their child who they were not allowed to be gay.
I'm not gay. I don't know where they're getting that from.
It was a very interesting conundrum to see these women, on the one hand, seem to love gay men and be in such support of them and hype them up in a way, but on the opposite side of the spectrum, fear gay men and put straight men in this very, very small box out of that fear, if you will. Don't get me wrong, I'm not ignoring patriarchy, I'm not ignoring misogyny, I'm not ignoring male privilege, but I will say I think women could play a really big part in gay equality. I think women have the opportunity to set the trend. What men do often is a result of what women like. Like women have kind of glorified, not all women, let me make this very clear, not all women, but there's been some culture around women who want a man to provide. So men want to go out and get the money and wanting a man to be strong and protect them. So there's a very clear way in which you need to be to then attract a woman. I did a video about, I think, gay friendship. We're being friends with straight guys, gay guys being friends with straight guys. And there was a few comments from women basically saying like, if my guy is friends with gay guys, he gay. I'm not having that, you know? I think there is kind of like this, like, is that going to get in the way of me being received well by women if I do have gay homies? You know what I mean? And it's like women, I think, have the opportunity to say like, nah, like, that's cool.
It's not that serious. Trust me, I know that.
I think that women have a very interesting lane to set some sort of trend for not only straight men to follow, but even for other women to follow. I think for a lot of different people to follow. Even they can, I think, adjust some ways in which certain queer men think of themselves. I believe that using your privilege to then promote good is always the right answer. You know what I mean? And no matter who you are, there is some privilege in those spaces. And we'll attack privilege within the gay space in a later video, but that's a real thing. I think like using that to then say, they're good, they're okay, they can be who they are, it's okay, you don't have to do this.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Taking a look at how we treat other groups affects marginalized groups, right? Like the box for straight men, the smaller it gets, it's almost like the smaller the box for gay men get, right? Like now, because so much of the culture is linear, right? Like straight guys are using queer lingo, are wearing some clothes that may be a little more fashion forward, all the things. I think now that because the lines are so blurred, it makes the box even smaller. If I'm gonna deal with a guy with skinny jeans who's saying things like shade,
Excuse me?
Okay.
which then makes the the binoculars for who's who even wider, which then also builds a little bit of a disdain. I'm gonna go on a limb here. A little bit of a disdain for people who actually are gay. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten like, and I get it, you didn't mean any harm, but like, you're too gay. Like, come on, yo, like you could really get like, man, you could be man. What a waste of a man. What a waste of this. What a waste of that. It's like,
okay.
and I get you didn't mean anything by it, but I think there is a little bit of like. So to the women watching, and if you know a woman who should be watching, send her my way. But I hope this added some texture to the way you think about the straight men in your life and the gay men in your life, and really helped in terms of like understanding some of the ways in which some of your thinking could be problematic and be affecting the way you create space. Because we're all about creating space on this channel. Hence the outro. Keep creating space. 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 Peace.